సో లెట్స్ స్టే ఆన్ ఫ్రిస్కో. ఈ ఫ్రిస్కోకి సంబంధించి నాకు ఒక పంచింగ్ బ్యాగ్ బీటప్ హార్స్ దొరికింది కదా, సరా గంజాలెస్. సో ఐ వాంట్ ఫీచర్ సంథింగ్ అబౌట్ హర్ నాన్ సెన్స్ అండి. మీకు గుర్తుందా ఇది? సమ్ టైమ్, gosh, time is flying. I don't remember exactly when this happened again, but I will tell you. Savannah Hernandez in a Kamai, she works for Turning Point USA. Investigative journalist. In the Frisco temple kochi video పెట్టింది, 30 నిమిషాల వీడియో పెట్టింది. సరా గంజాలెస్ తో కలిసి కార్లో డ్రైవ్ చేయటం, మరి సరా గంజాలెస్ ని టెంపుల్ దగ్గర ఇంటర్వ్యూ చేయటం ఎట్సెట్రా. ఆ టెంపుల్ దగ్గర ఇంటర్వ్యూ చేసినప్పుడు ఒక కాన్వర్జేషన్, ఇది గృహప్రవేశం చేసేటప్పుడు ఆవులను తీసుకొచ్చి ఆవుల చేత ఉత్సవించడం ఉంటుంది చూసారా. సో I'll play that a little bit here. There is the relevance. It's going somewhere. Trust me. సో ఆ కాన్వర్జేషన్ లో సవానా హెర్నాండెజ్ తో సరా గంజాలెస్ తనకు వచ్చిన ఒక లెటర్ ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేసి చెప్తోంది. Here is that.
I know a girl who is in FFA, Future Farmers of America, and she has a heifer, a cow, and an Indian couple contacted her and said, hey, can you bring your heifer over to my house? And she was like, kind of weird, but I guess sure. So she brought her cow to the house, at which point the Indian man said, can you bring the cow inside? And she was like, okay. So she brought the cow inside, and then I quote, this might be verbatim from the email, she said, the cow then peed and pooped inside the house, and the family was so happy. They were blessed. And it just kind of sums up where we're at.
And do you think this was like a one-off thing, or?
No. She actually also told me that the largest longhorn rancher in that area is constantly contacted for cow dung.
Interesting.
Oh, very interesting. I found something more interesting, Sara Gonzales. Here is something happened at Texas GOP convention. This is a sight to behold. Sara Gonzales and the MAGA Murkha Sikamanlaki, the white wing MAGA. Well, maybe that is redundant. No, there are non-white wing MAGA also. Ante Murkhapu wing ante it encompasses everybody. But there are some people who are non-whites in that Murkhulu category lo unnaru kada. So this is Texas Republican Convention. They brought an elephant because that is their mascot, right? Watch this.
Hey, just don't hang your arm over. Please take a step in. Yeah. Hey, oh no! Oh no!
Interesting. I'm not saying I approve of the ఆవుల్ని ఇళ్లలోకి తీసుకొచ్చి వాటి చేత whatever. I do not like that. I did not like it when I was a teenager, when that happened in my naanagaru kattinchin illu gృహప్రవేశం. I did not like it then. I don't like it now. What the point here I am trying to make is, I'm not defending that practice. I am attacking some disgusting attacks coming from MAGA right. That's the point I'm trying to make. I hope you understand the differences. ఇంకోటి, సిన్స్ సరా గంజాలెస్ గురించి ఎక్కువ మాట్లాడదలుచుకోలేదు, కానీ బికాజ్ ఆవిడ పేరు వచ్చింది కదా, మైట్ యాజ్ వెల్ డూ ఇట్, రైట్? సో క్రిస్టియన్ వాల్కర్ ఇంటర్వ్యూ గురించి, క్రిస్టియన్ వాల్కర్ లాస్ట్ వీక్ మేము లాస్ట్ వీకే కదా, ఏంటో మరి టైం ఫ్లైస్, మేము లైవ్ షో నిర్వహిస్తున్న టైంలోనే క్రిస్టియన్ వాల్కర్ ఇంటర్వ్యూ కూడా ప్రసారం అయింది. సో this 2-minute is a sight to behold, and so just for this itself, any number of times it is justified to play just for the optics of the whole thing. Watch this again. It has some relevance to Sara Gonzales.
The
presented in
election
a
was
court of
rigged.
law.
It was a dirty election,
Mr.
and it's
President,
happening again right now
You've
in
never
California.
presented evidence
It's happening
that the
right
2020
now in
election
California.
was rigged.
Right now, it's look at what's
Where's
happening
the
in
evidence
California.
to that?
It's
The
4
Republicans
days.
are doing well in
California, it's no, they're not. They're dropping fast because it's a rigged election. Let me tell you, it's 4 days, and they aren't even close to coming up with.
That's how they count
You know
the
why
votes
they're
in
doing that?
California.
Because they're cheating on the election.
Do you have evidence to support
All I
that?
have to do is look. All I have to do is look.
That's not evidence.
And I listen. And I listen to people. And let's see what happens.
But sir, that's not evidence.
Do you think it's appropriate?
That's how they count the votes in
Do you
California.
think it's appropriate that they have an election and 5 days later they're nowhere close to picking a
State
winner?
and local officials acknowledge they are slow. They're urging.
No, they're crooked.
They're urging the
crooked.
votes to be counted quickly. That's how they vote
They're
in
crooked,
California.
just like you're crooked. Your press is crooked, and Meet the Press is crooked.
To be fair, I'm not crooked, but let's
Really?
Let's
Well, you
continue.
play right into their hands. Then.
Let's continue.
You're either crooked or you're stupid.
Let's
you play
continue.
right into their hands with this rap. You know that these elections are rigged. Your network knows that they're rigged. You know that I won an election in a landslide, and I got 94% bad press.
But Mr. President,
You know why I
you've
got
never
that?
presented
Because you have no
evidence.
credibility.
But you've never presented evidence that it was rigged. Let's keep talking about. I want to talk about Todd.
You have
Blanche.
more evidence. There's more evidence than ever presented.
Let's talk
Your
about.
elections
You
in
went
this
to
country,
court.
we're like a third world country.
But, sir-
Your elections are crooked, and you're crooked, and
But
Meet the Press is crooked,
Mr.
and so
President-
is ABC and CBS and CNN.
But Mr.
You're
President,
one-sided crooked networks. All right, let's call it quits because I've had enough. Thank you, darling. Have a good time.
Mr. President, let's please. I traveled all the way to Wisconsin.
I've sat
I
in the
traveled
rain with
all.
you.
I know. I
I've sat in the
traveled
rain
all the
with
way
you
to
for an hour,
Wisconsin.
on and off in the rain, and I've given you enough time. You ought to straighten out your press because you know what?
Mr.
A
President,
country can never be
we
great
traveled
with a
all,
dishonest
listen,
press.
we
Come on, let's
traveled
go.
all the way to Wisconsin for this interview.
Okay, there are a few things I wanted to mention. And in the ముందు పెట్టిన వీడియోలో I didn't get to talk about it. Maybe I didn't observe closely enough, or I just oversight మర్చిపోయాను. The few things, first of all, substance wise చెప్తాను. Well, let's talk about silly thing first. He took the lavalier mic and he put it down, right? కింద పడింది. నేను మౌజ్ చుట్టూ చూపెడుతున్నాను అది. When he got up and చాలా కష్టపడి అంట లేచాడు. He couldn't get up. It was fine. 80-year-old man. I'm not finding fault with that. లేచేటప్పుడు కూడా మళ్ళీ ఎక్కడ పడిపోతున్నానని ఆవిడని టచ్ చేసినట్టు చేశాడు. బట్ he was ఆవిడని ఊతగా తీసుకుంటూ లేచాడు. లేచి and then there was this screeching sound. You can go back and listen to it. A screeching sound ఏంటి? I'm a guy with some juvenile thoughts. Okay, I'm 63-year-old, but I have some juvenile thoughts. ఏంటి ఏమన్నా ప్యాంట్లో పాడు చేసుకున్నాడు ఏంటి అంత పెద్ద డబ్బు వచ్చింది. సారీ ఫర్ ద క్రాస్నెస్ ఆఫ్ ఇట్. ఇట్ సీమ్స్ ఆ కింద పడ్డ మైక్రోఫోన్ ని కాలుతో తొక్కాడు, అందుకని అంత పెద్ద సౌండ్ వచ్చింది. ఎనీవే, సో సబ్స్టెన్స్ కి వస్తే క్రిస్టియన్ వాకర్ డిడ్ వెల్. You never presented evidence. Do you have evidence? And that's not evidence. ఇవన్నీ చెప్తా ఉంది. She's pushing back. You have to understand. He kept attacking. He kept coming at her. She's trying to move on. She wants to talk about Todd Blanche, right? Did you notice that? Again, it's worth watching again, right? So she keeps doing it. And who's interrupting who here? Well, the thing about it is when you sit down for an interview, answer the question, and if you are making something, if the other person, if you are lying, if the guy who's being interviewed is lying, if the other person pushes back, oh, that's not right. That doesn't make them interrupting the guest. No, that's not what it was. Here is where Sara Gonzales comes into picture here. What she was saying is, ఆవిడ గారు ఇదే దీనికే లింక్ పెట్టి, she says, President Trump continues to be vindicated for calling the mainstream media the enemy of the people. The condescension, the interruption, the feigned indignation. What a despicable woman. Actually, I have the same comment to make. Not on Christian Walker, on Sara Gonzales. What a despicable woman you are. Good for him for walking out. Yeah, good for him. Many people saw for the whiny bitch that he is. Good for him. Good for the country. This interview is for ages, I said. And then a couple of things about Christian Walker. I may have given too much credit for her. She did good to that part. ఆ తర్వాత ఏమైందంటే ఇంటర్వ్యూ కంటిన్యూ ఇంకొక ఫ్యూ మినిట్స్ కదా ఫ్యూ సెకండ్స్ లో మిస్టర్ ప్రెసిడెంట్ ఐ కేమ్ ఆల్ ద వే టు విస్కాన్సిన్ అని 3 సార్లు ఉంది. ఆల్ ద వే టు విస్కాన్సిన్ ఎక్కడ ఐ డోంట్ నో ఇఫ్ షీఈస్ బేస్డ్ ఇన్ వాషింగ్టన్ ఆర్ ఇఫ్ షీఈస్ బేస్డ్ ఇన్ న్యూయార్క్. మీట్ ది ప్రెస్ అంటే వాషింగ్టన్ లో ఉంటారు, ఎందుకంటే మీట్ ది ప్రెస్ వచ్చే వాళ్ళందరూ ఇక్కడ వాషింగ్టన్ లో పనిచేసే వాళ్ళు అయి ఉంటారు కదా. మీట్ ది ప్రెస్ హోస్ట్ ఈజ్ ఆల్వేస్ ఇన్ వాషింగ్టన్. సో బోడీ వాషింగ్టన్ నుంచి విస్కాన్సిన్ వెళ్తే ఆల్ ద వే టు విస్కాన్సిన్ ఏంటి, విస్కాన్సిన్ ఈజ్ నాట్ దట్ ఫార్. సో దట్ కైండ్ ఆఫ్ లైక్ lowers her credibility. But anyway, that's a good interview. ఎవరో ప్రశ్న అడిగారు, let's see what is this. Did something happen, as I was wondering why is Sara not making any more videos in general and nothing about Indians nor any tweets after the mangoes? I don't think అండి కుక్కతాక వంకర. They have their agenda and they're going to do this, continue to do this until they achieve a goal. ఇప్పుడు they cannot drive all Indians out of the country, but they can create an atmosphere where it is so prevalent. I mean, they can create a toxic environment where people will try to live on their own or put pressure on companies to not hire people on H-1B or what have you.